Hello and welcome back to Sorry for Trauma Dumping. I'm one of your hosts, Alex.
I'm sorry. I'm Erica.
Oh,
and I'm not her.
I had a burp. I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Do you want to redo that?
No.
No, it's okay. We're good. It makes it more natural.
We have a guest again.
Hello.
This will be part 2 of Hazbin Hotel. There will be spoilers, and we'll be going over the songs and theories.
Yes.
With this episode.
I'm super
Cole,
excited.
aka Crimson. I think
Oh yeah, I said it.
All you said was we have a guest. I was like,
yeah, my bad. Cole's here.
aka Crimson. So I need to remember this because I pulled it back up again, but I wanted to make sure. Did we talk about Niffty at all last time?
We did, but that was the character. I think I explained in the last episode that when I did the research on characters, I didn't get to Niffty in time. Yeah. So I didn't give as much information as I wanted to on Niffty. But if you have more information on Niffty, please share it because I feel like we did not do her enough justice when we discussed her.
I've got quite a bit.
Okay.
So
the floor is yours.
Apparently, Niffty has actually a long history with Alastor. They met shortly after Niffty arrived in Hell because he came to her aid during a disturbing altercation with a pedophilic sinner because they thought that Niffty was a child.
Oh.
And Alastor stepped in and sent the guy into his own hellish pocket dimension known as the show. I don't know any info about the show because when I looked it up, it sent me to a shoe site. But it was during that confrontation that Niffty basically fell in love with Alastor.
Okay.
And like head over heels, like down the rabbit hole, fell in love. And Alastor then, this is from the wiki, Alastor then adopted Niffty, having taken a liking to her gruesome talents and bloodlust. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, like, there's not really, like, a deal or sold, like, contract or anything with them. They're just
friends,
and she's just kind of like, hey, if you need me, just call me. I'm here.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's kind of the situation with them.
Yeah.
So that was weird to find out when I looked it up. I was like,
well, I know he does tend to treat her a little different than everyone else. Like, you can tell he honestly cares because even that part before battle when it's just like them watching the other group and they're discussing, like they have such a good relationship and he's like, I can be myself. Like, I don't have to worry about, scaring people away. And he's like, to be in like her mind because she's so demented.
Oh, to understand your twisted little mind.
Yes, I love it.
You can quote it.
Yes.
When I say that this show has taken over my life very quickly, it's not an exaggeration.
Oh no, I feel that.
I subconsciously wore another fucking Alastor shirt today. Completely forgot I was going to even be here today. It just happened. And I'm like, cool, that works.
Mine's in the closet.
I actually, after our last episode, I started watching HelluvaBoss. And I really like it a lot. It definitely has that same feel, but it's just not as, you know what I mean? Like, since I started with Hazbin, it's different, but I still really, really love it. I love the complexity of those characters as well. I think I only have maybe like 4 more episodes left and I'm done with everything that's on YouTube. But
for HelluvaBoss?
Yes, for HelluvaBoss.
They are getting more episodes soon. They have announced it.
I'm looking forward to it.
They haven't finished season 2 yet because they've been so focused with Hazbin.
Right. Yeah, because that's what I thought. Like, everything didn't look, when I was going through, it didn't look like it had as many episodes as the first season did. So,
it's not done yet.
Yeah, no. But I really dig it, and I love how, like, now that I've watched HelluvaBoss, I understand, like, the traveling from different layers of hell, and what they're doing. there's just so many things about those characters too. I'm just like, I think I know them, and I'm like, whoa, I don't know them at all. That was a complete front. So
Yeah.
I definitely like it, and I definitely think, yes, if you're gonna watch Hazbin, you should definitely watch HelluvaBoss just to get kind of more in the environment. I feel like I understand things better, even though, again, completely different people and characters, but I still really the writing is very amazing. I really like it.
There are a couple songs.
Yes.
Did you watch the Look My Way?
Honestly, I can't
Music
remember.
video?
No, I have not. I don't think so.
Watch it and just be ready to cry.
Yeah.
I cried when I first watched the music video. I got emotional.
Mhm.
It wasn't until the next day when I rewatched it that I was just bawling. And I kept literally, like, I put that shit on repeat.
Yeah.
I was just having a day. I was just like,
See, even today, like, so I listened to the soundtrack for Hazbin today, and then after that, I just was in a musical vibe. So I was like, I'm gonna put on musical music, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to the whole soundtrack of Hamilton. So that's what I did, and I just because it got me in that, like, you know, upbeat kind of, you know, musical. And I love Hamilton. And it never fails. I cry like a baby the last 4 songs of that. Like, it never fails. Like, I was sitting there sobbing at my computer, just typing as I'm like singing along with it. And I was like, I needed that cry. I needed that cry.
who's your favorite HelluvaBoss character?
I really like Luna. I really, really do like her, but I don't know. Like, I like all of them too, because there's only like the 4 of them. I will say that I did like oh, I'm so bad with names. The bee girl, who is played by Kesha.
Queen Bee!
Yes, I loved it. And like when I watched it, I was like, this voice sounds really familiar. I literally had to stop, go and see who played her. And I was like, it's fucking Kesha. This just made it even better for me.
You know what's really fucking funny about that, though?
What?
It's a different singer. It's not
Is
Kesha singing. Yeah.
No.
Kesha's not singing, but she is the voice actor for Queen Bee during the talking stuff. And it blew me away when I found that out, because I thought all of it was Kesha. And then when I was reading the credits, I was like, wait, what?
I guess I didn't look that into it. I just saw that it said that she was Queen Bee, and I was like, oh my God, like, this is amazing. Like, because when she started singing, I was like, this is such a vibe. Like, I really like it.
The song slaps.
Yeah, no. And then, like, I was like, all right, who is this actor? It's going to drive me nuts. And I was like, it's fucking Kesha. Oh my God, I love it. I was like, this is even better.
I love Queen. The 2 characters I simp the most for are Queen Bee and Millie.
Okay, yes.
I think my favorite, like, character that, like, is like needs protected, like, is Gem kind of thing, is Stolas.
Yes.
That poor man.
I like Stolas.
Yes. Yeah. At first I was like, oh my God, who is this character? But then as you're getting like deeper into Stolas, you're like, oh my goodness, my poor heart. He's such a sweet man.
Because at first it's like, he cheated on his wife. And then you find out, like, technically it was an arranged marriage. He wasn't even happy with the marriage, and he didn't have a choice. And it's like, okay, you know what? Okay, I get it. I understand.
Yes. Yes. And I also love his powers. Like, I love how his clothing is very, like, space-like. And he had one of the outfits where, like, literally his cape is, like, the universe. And I was like, oh my God, I love it so much. And just, it's so pretty.
The one where they went to the Lust ring?
Yes. When they went to Lust, I was not anticipating that at all, but I really dug it.
Okay, should we get back into Hazbin Hotel?
Yeah.
That was episode 7 of season 1?
I think so.
I think so.
We can cover HelluvaBoss in a different episode, guys.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I just kind of really got into it because
you guys, when you guys talk, you guys like get into it. And I'm like,
this will be the last thing I say on it.
Okay.
Definitely watch the Look My Way music video and just be ready to cry. The song's incredible.
Okay. I will do. Yeah. I plan on watching probably the rest of it tonight. I did not sleep at all last night. I'm not shitting you. I think it's because I laid in bed all day yesterday and cried and slept and cried and slept, that by the time that my nerves finally calmed down and I was able to like relax and breathe, I was up. And I'm not exaggerating. Like Brandon's alarm went off for work this morning and I was like, I didn't go to sleep at all. And he's like, what? And I was up all day and it was
You're gonna sleep like a baby tonight.
well, I took a nap. The girls got out early today, so Lena and I watched Ice Age, and I passed out. I think I took like a 2-hour nap, and I needed it. I needed it. But okay,
Anyway,
do we want to go into the songs and break those down and just talk about them? Do we just want to go in order? So, Hazbin Hotel. The first song, Happy Day in Hell. I will tell you my first. Of course, because I came right into the episode not expecting that it was going to be musical. I was like, what the hell is this? The song definitely slaps and I love it. But I was not anticipating it when I first got into the show. And I was like, wait a minute. What is this? What is this?
I mean, the soundtrack as a whole slaps.
Yes.
Let's just start there.
My favorite part of that song is when AngelDust goes, that bitch is halfway down the street.
Oh, she's dancing.
Oh, she's dancing.
I love how that song just condenses all of basically what hell is down to like 2 minutes.
Yes. Well, and it's so out of pocket too, because you're like, they're talking about how the guy was like, there's a trash fire burning my soul, and then like the one guy talking about getting stuff shoved up his ass.
Got a ton of barbed wire to shove up his hole.
Yeah. And then the part where at the end where the guy talks, or he's like, and you're gonna touch my parts, and she's like, no thank you.
I'm just gonna fulfill my destiny.
Yeah.
One of the funny things I liked about the moment right before that, when she's singing the I can do this, I just know, and like you hear the like background vocals, the guy who had said barbed wire in his hole, his line in that is, I kind of love the barbed wire that's shoved in my hole. And that killed me when I found that. Yeah, I kind of like the barbed wire that's shoved in my hole. That destroyed me.
Fucking ouch.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of just hilarious moments in that song. I mean, between that, the award-winning Bukkake shows, the Cannibal Town with the getting his brains in her eye. Yeah.
It was very. I think that definitely being the open song worked so well, because you kind of get, when you're walking into, you're like, oh my god, I'm walking into this. Okay, like it kind of prepares you for like the out of pocketness that's going to happen in the show, and I absolutely am here for it.
Oh yeah, this song's basically just walking you in. Is like, voila, welcome to what hell is.
Yes,
enjoy.
Yes. And then the next song, Hell is Forever.
Her favorite song.
I fucking love Adam's part.
Second favorite song.
Second favorite song. I fucking love it. When like he came in, I'm like, oh, and then I like the clapping part. Like, hell is forever. Did you like it? Anyways.
Yes. I will say, because something we forgot to talk about in the last episode. What is up with Adam's face? Like, I did not like that. Like, at first I thought like it legit was his face. And then when you show it was like a mask at the last episode, I was like, what? Why are you wearing a mask? I don't understand.
So all the exterminators have masks.
Right.
And I think ultimately it's because, kind of like with how like assassins and like ninjas are, is like they cover their face. So when they kill somebody, you can't tell who it actually was. So you can't get like revenge and stuff like that. And I think for him, his is more both tech savvy and just nicer, because he's like the leader of the extermination.
But he wears it all the time though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I could understand, because even like with Loot, she doesn't wear hers all the time. You know what I mean? But he wore his like you don't see his face until the battle when his mask breaks. I'm just kind of like, maybe I didn't realize that wasn't his face. I mean, it very well could have been.
I mean, it could have been that, or it could have just been like the big reveal of what Adam's face actually was for the
That
end.
he was actually human and he didn't get like deformed.
Yeah.
Like, because like when people go to hell, they don't look like humans anymore. They are transformed into demon-like creatures.
Yeah.
But in heaven, see, and that's why I think it was different for me, because since Adam is a human, maybe it's so he looks more angelic-like, because you can tell all the angels look different.
Yeah. Because, I mean, with Molly, she looks just like a, more angelic AngelDust.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't really know that answer.
Yeah. It was just really out of pocket. Like, it was something I guess I just forgot to bring up last episode. And I was like, yeah, this is really weird. So, I didn't know.
But this song slaps.
Yeah, no, the song slaps.
It was like, let me stop you right there. But hold on. Let me redo that.
You right there, say the song precious.
Let me stop you right there. Like, the aggressiveness to it. And then I also like the,
when all said and done, there's a question of fun.
Anyways,
yes.
They would rather climb up the pearly. Wait, hold on. If you're suggesting is letting them climb up the ladder, they'd rather cross the pearly gates. I love that part.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my favorite part of that song is between the like the bridge of like extermination is entertainment, and then followed by the that got me good.
Yes.
Yeah. I just love his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alex Brightman's got an incredible voice.
Yes.
But also, he is Broadway Beetlejuice, so...
And the thing is, I didn't even realize that until after the fact. I was like, holy shit, how did I not know this? I listened to that musical all the time, and it didn't click in my head until then. And I was like, oh my God, why? I feel like it was like literally like a moment. I was like, Alex, you're so stupid. You know this person's voice.
The raspy singing is like, kind of like the raspy voice singing is kind of like his signature.
Yes.
And it fit, like it very much, like his Beetlejuice voice fit very well for Adam. And with this song, it was just banger.
Yes. Stayed Gone. I really, really like that because this is the first time we get to hear Alastor sing.
Not true. Pilot.
No? Okay. I'm saying, yeah, okay. You right.
I fucked with this song hard when it first came out.
Yes.
The tension with the basic, like, kind of the roast rap battle between Vox and Alastor was incredible. And then seeing Alastor at the end go full, like full demon form, I was floored. I watched that episode so many times after because I just love that song. I loved seeing, like, him being like, all right, no more fucking around. Let's get this show actually on the road.
Yes. But I loved it too, because then you can see at that point he has his own little radio booth on the side of the hotel. That's when it's like fully known, and you just know that's where he's broadcasting at. And I really like that because you see, like, yes, the hotel is Charlie's, but he has this whole section to himself, and
he has the whole wing.
Yes, and I really love that, and I like it too because it looks like an actual like radio tower and stuff like that. Yes.
Yeah, I loved. I think my favorite, probably roast of the song is right after Alastor chimes in, where what were the lines? Yes, I know it's been a while since someone with style drew held to a broadcast. Sinners rejoice is right after that, where he's like, he says instead of a clout chasing mediocre video podcast. I was like, damn.
I will say I'm looking at the lyrics. You literally read that line for line on the top of your head. I love it.
When I say I know this show like the back of my fucking hand, I'm not exaggerating.
Oh no, I fully believe you.
I thought you were reading it from the...
No.
Because we also have it.
She has it.
But it's on, like, the very top still.
Yep, I have it pulled up on my phone. So, yeah, as he was talking about it, I was like, I found that part, and it literally was just going, yep.
That's the part where I cannot sing in the song, because it goes so fast, my brain cannot comprehend.
And it.
Look at that picture. He's the shit that comes before that.
So, like, Cole would be singing, and then I was like the sliver part that I know that I can't sing, and I'll be quiet. They're like, nah, and then I'll be quiet.
Yes.
I will say, it took several re-listens for that song before I actually memorized the words, and I never once looked up the lyrics.
That's awesome.
Because I just kept listening, and I'm like, okay, I need to piece it.
Wait a minute.
The only okay, let me phrase.
We were downstairs and had it playing on our TV while we were playing games.
Yeah, but I was not paying attention to that. The only time, I will say, the one time I did, it was partially like the one time I did look up the lyrics was because in the show, when you have the subtitles on, when Alastor calls Vox a mediocre video podcast, it cuts out the word mediocre because the subtitles weren't able to register it. So it just says, instead of a clout chasing video podcast. And so it took me a while to be like, what is he saying? And I looked it up. I'm like, oh, that's what he's saying. And then I figured out everything else from there.
Right.
God, I love that song because it's such a change of pace and it's such a villain song.
Yes.
It's such a villain song.
Yes. I love the back and forth between them too.
Yes.
Like, and then you finally see like Alastor come out in full demon form, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be good.
I know Alastor's a serial killer. I know he's a psychopath. But God, what a man.
Yes.
And for those of you who are judging me, y'all fuckers thought the same thing about Dexter when it came out.
Well, he's coming at the viewers hard.
Brandon and I are very much Dexter stans. My problem, yes, with Dexter, that opening. Okay, I know we're kind of going off, but with Dexter and his opening sequence of that show, I used to just sit there and like watch him do the whole shirt sequence over and over again. I was like, this is so hot. But at the same time,
oh, go ahead.
I could not get all the way through it because it would give me anxiety. I was like, oh my God, I don't want him to get caught. And in my mind, I was like, yes, you should want this serial killer to get caught. But I was like, no, but he's only killing the bad guys. I don't want him to get caught. And I would get so anxious watching it that I had to stop watching it. I was like, Brandon, I can't do it anymore. I don't want him to get caught. And like, we got really, really deep into it. It was probably towards one of the last seasons we stopped watching it because I was like, Brandon, I can't do it. His kids are in jeopardy. Like, all this other stuff happened. I can't do it anymore. Those poor children.
I think we got 3 or 4 seasons in, I think, before we stopped.
No, hold on. I watched it by myself alone, and I finished it.
You got some questy.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I messed.
Oh, thank you.
Got it. Okay.
But then you wanted to try to you wanted to watch it, and I was like, oh, I'll rewatch it with you.
Oh yeah.
But they came out. Well, yeah, we kind of lost interest.
Yeah.
They came out with like a reboot.
Yeah, I haven't watched the reboot.
I haven't watched the reboot, but it confuses me on how the ending, how like the last season ended. So like, without watching the reboot, I'm like, how did they get from there to there? But
I mean, I kind of know how the original ended, and I think I know kind of where it picks up. So
yeah, no, I feel the same way. But yeah, with Dexter vibes, I totally get what you're saying though with Alastor and Dexter vibes completely. Yeah. The only other thing I'll say about Dexter is it would like put weird thoughts in my head. So Brandon and I love to go walk the trails, and we'd be like, you could totally hide a dead body there. No one would find it.
Alex like, grounded from Dexter for a while.
Or like Hazbin Hotel.
Yeah, or like we would like be driving, and sometimes like those really big ditches, like when you're like always like you could literally throw a body down at the bottom of this, and it's gonna be a couple months until someone actually realizes what it is. It just looks like a thing of garbage.
Yeah, or like sometimes I drive by like and I see garbage sacks on the side of the road. I'm like, is there a dead body in there?
Yeah, no, because it like puts those thoughts in your head, and you're like, oh. But yeah, that's another reason I had to stop watching Dexter, because my mind would. Nothing like walking on a peaceful trail and be like, yeah, we could totally hide a. You can hide a body there. There could be one buried over there. Like, no one checks this trail at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Saying
Allegedly.
sorry.
Allegedly.
Yes,
No.
allegedly. Saying sorry.
Yes.
I like this one. It's not one of my favorites, but I do like this one.
You mean it starts with sorry? Are you saying sorry?
Sorry, I read it wrong. It starts with sorry.
Okay.
That's your foot in the door. One
Yes.
simple sorry.
I do like it, and I like the able to see some growth in SirPentious to show like this is like what you need to do to be friends with people and stuff.
Yeah.
But like
Did you know
it's
that
not
Alice
one of my
Brightman was also
favorite.
Pentous?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Yeah, see, there's just so many voice actors. Like they like play multiple people, and it like throws me through a loop.
And they both died.
Oh. Well, they were already dead.
Well,
and one of them got sent to heaven.
Yeah.
Still died.
Which I saw a theory about that stuff, and we'll get to that when we get there.
Yes.
I have to remember that because I will end up probably forgetting it.
I do like Pentious's voice.
Yes.
I'll say it again. I love men with lisp. Or anyone with lisps.
Shout out to Animata.
And the way that he was like, okay, if you must. I did something wrong, but go ahead and kill me. And then she gave him mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Charlie definitely was like, this is probably the best opportunity that I'm going to get for him to actually want to redeem himself now more than anything. So,
yeah.
I mean, this was a sweet song. It was a short, sweet song.
And the fact that it was a ceiling camera that he
I mean,
it wasn't like a camcorder or anything. It was like for the ceiling.
Well, we know Vox basically has control of like all technology, so like it doesn't matter what kind of camera it was, he could probably still see through it.
I know, it's just funny that that's the camera.
Oh yeah, no, that was funny.
Yes. Respectless. So that would be the episode 3.
Yep. Say what you want to.
I fucking love her voice.
I do too.
Velvet.
Velvet.
I love her fucking voice. When she came on and like started like, what do we call that, rapping?
British rap, basically.
I'm like, we're doing this?
No, this song was dope as hell. The beat was great. I love her line of "I'm the backbone of the V's." Like that.
Yeah.
And she's not wrong.
And she calls them all out too, which is like great.
Yeah. And also gave us a lot of answers in regards to what happened with the angel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I guess the only thing I don't like about that is who's the other woman singing in the song? I'm so bad with names.
Carmine.
Yeah, I like one of the songs, and we'll get into that one later, but I don't like her voice in that song. It's too, I don't know. I think that's why this isn't one of my favorite songs. Like I get it and I like it, but it's not like top 5 by any means.
I will say I agree with your statement, but not for this song. I don't know why the fuck I was doing political thumb.
Yeah, I don't know.
I agree with your statement, but I don't. But it's for the next song that we'll be talking about. This one I thought was fine because she had like her role was very minor in the song compared to Velvet's.
Yeah.
But it still flowed well. I just spat right onto your screen. So like I wasn't against it, and then
No, and I definitely feel that with the next song. I would completely agree with you with that one because shit.
Oh, she
You started playing it.
She playing it.
I'm playing it on Apple Music, so that's how I'm like able to see all the lyrics. So I have to make sure I don't play it so we don't get copyrighted.
Whatever it takes.
Yes.
That one I'm warming up to.
It's not one of our favorites.
No,
yeah,
it's
like
not mine
it's
either.
still not a top contender, but I'm warming up to the song more, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm enjoying it more. Still not a favorite, but it's got a great message. It's a great song.
Like, if you want to listen to Hazbin Hotel, and you don't want to like listen to like a banger, like when I was driving
Like
home.
a ballad.
Yeah, like when I was driving home, that's like a song that I would play because I can't really sing right now because it would hurt my throat.
Yeah.
And so like I would just play that just to have it around.
Yeah.
Or just to be able to listen to more songs from the series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, both their voices are really fucking beautiful and good.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just I kind of wanted more, but like
Yeah.
I mean, this was more of a
serious one.
This was more of a serious kind of ballad song between Vaggie and Camilla, kind of being, you know, like they're both the protectors of who they love, and
yeah,
so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you have anything to say on it?
No, because I felt the exact same way. It definitely does not cut like my top 5.
Good song, but yeah.
Yeah. I will definitely say, going into this too, I am supposed to do karaoke this week with Brooke for her birthday. That's like what we were planning on doing on Friday, is going out and doing karaoke. And I'm so sad because I don't think they're gonna have any of these songs. I'm gonna ask because I will fucking do karaoke to one of these songs.
I want a video.
Yeah. But I just don't know if they'll have it because, you know, karaoke, they only have so much. So but if I can, I will fucking record it and send it to you.
I wouldn't be shocked if they added it, considering that like Hazbin Hotel's soundtrack has been in the top charts for weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be
the guy who runs the karaoke at the bar we're going to, he was actually my DJ at the wedding. His name is Beardface. That's what everyone calls him. He's fucking hilarious. So he's very nerdish. So I would not be surprised if he found a way to get it. But again, it's so hard to get karaoke songs
without having to modify it yourself.
Yes, exactly. And like be able to get that license to do it too. So I just don't know. But if I can, I'm so singing karaoke to one or more of these songs this weekend. Okay. Next one, the big one that I think is everyone's favorite is Poison. It's not your favorite?
It's not my favorite. I love this song. It's not my favorite.
Does it crack your top 5?
I'm looking through every song in my head. No, because I know what every song is. I would say it's in my top 5, but if it's not, it's like number 6.
Okay. It's in my top 5.
Yeah, no, it's my top 5. I want to say it's my number 1, in all honesty.
Is this the first song that it just has him and there's just has one person in it? Because all the other songs have someone else in it. Is this the only one with him in it?
Technically, no. Because the pilot for Inside of Every Demon is a Rainbow. With the pilot episode, Charlie's the only one singing it. And then also Alastor is the only one singing his song.
What one?
In the pilot. The Inside of Every Demon reprise, basically. When he shows up and he's singing "You Have a Dream."
Oh.
You're here to tell. And it's laughable, but hey kid, what the hell? Yeah. That song is also just him. I think every other song, though, outside of, like, in the Amazon show, I think this is the only one that has one singer in it.
It kills me, like, the end choruses to it, with, like, you can obviously tell that his, like, voice is cracking up, and, like, he just doesn't want to be where he is right now, and I'm like, oh.
I will definitely say I one, that song is blowing up on TikTok. So I don't know if you guys are like at one point it was like almost every video I was scrolling it was Poison. Also I'm in part of a Hazbin Hotel shit posting group, and that one like all the time. Yeah. I think honestly I added Cole to it, or I sent him something
You
to
did.
it. Yeah. I think I did you too.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know if you actually joined it or not. I'm in so many shit posting groups. I'm in all the Twilight shit posting groups, and then now I have this. it's a hard habit to break.
Poison is a great song, though. I think this was the second song they released before the show came out, kind of like as a
teaser.
Yeah, like a teaser of like some of the music. Because I know the first song was "Happy Day in Hell," and they released like a small bit of that, and then I think they released the full song for that, and then they released this one as well. Very dark message.
Yes.
In a way.
It's really sad. Yeah. No, and it's really sad because it proves to him too, like he pretty much shows that. Oh, sorry. I'm burping. I apologize. With him, like I just feel like the undertone of that song is like, he knows he's making bad choices, but he can't like help it though, because and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I understand it as he is in love with Valentino, but Valentino is the person who fucks with him. Is that what you're getting? Like there was something about Valentino that he really liked in the beginning.
So I know the answer.
Oh, okay.
You do know the answer?
AngelDust was in love with him when they first got together.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's why there's like the heart next to his contract for Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
So he was in love with him at one time, but very quickly realized that
he's a piece of shit.
That Valentino's a piece of shit and is basically extorting him.
Well, and I know in the part in the show is like when Angel's going through his voicemails and he has all the ones from Valentino, and it's literally like, "Oh baby, like come home, I miss you." And the next one he's like, "You get home, you piece of shit!" Like screaming at him, and like it's just like
some fucking family.
Yeah, like it's so all over the place, and I'm just like, he's emotionally manipulating him, like, and making him feel like shit and making him feel worthless, and then at the same time trying to put him on a pedestal. And he's like, "Oh, but you were the best. You're my star." But at the same time, I'm gonna treat you like shit.
Yeah,
yes,
that's pretty much Val's whole thing. I will say, like the one line, or quote unquote 2 lines that are my favorite from just that scene as a whole, is when Charlie's at the sex dungeon and Angel's trying to get her out of there, and Valentino's like, "Angel, what's going on?" And Angel's like, "I'm coming," and he's like, "Not off camera, you're not." Killed me. That line killed me.
He says all the time.
I do say that all the time. Whenever Erica says like I'm coming or something, or I hear somebody else say it, first thing I think of is not on camera, you're not.
I literally somewhat did that to Erica, because when I told you guys like, "Hey, like I'm ready," and I sent you the thing, and she said coming, and I said kinky.
I would have easily put not off camera, you're not.
Yeah. If it was in our group chat, you would have definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
But no, this song is incredible. The song is a banger.
Yes.
And it has a good message. Well, it has a message.
It has a message.
And I love how everyone, like every review I hear of the song, everyone's like, you can tell the start of the song, it's Angel. But at the end of the song, when you hear the pain in his voice, that's Anthony singing.
Yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's really funny? So, Kat, my friend Kat, she didn't watch it prior to us or anything, and she was sending me TikToks of Hazbin Hotel. I'm like, I'm not even on Hazbin Hotel side of TikTok, and someone who doesn't even watch it is. Which she did end up watching it. We got her to watch it, and she loves it. Yeah, but
yes, I feel that.
I just thought that was so funny. I think now I'm getting a little bit because I keep liking the ones that people send me, but yeah.
Okay, next song.
Yeah.
Loser Baby.
This is in my top 5. This song's incredible.
I love this song.
Keith David's Husk, perfect choice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I love Keith David. Like Keith Davis' voice is just so unique and in general, and I just love his singing voice. I love the raspiness of it, and I think that's
It's like
such a bop.
comfort.
Yeah.
Voice.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Except the song is not comforting at all. He's basically calling both of them losers, but like in a good way.
No, he is calling them losers.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. But like he's calling them like he's calling both of them losers, but in a good way of like it's fine to be fucked up. It's fine that you made mistakes.
Yeah,
because everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
It's just a manner of finding the people that understand you, can relate with you, and try to be there for you.
Right.
And
and I feel like this song is like such a true trauma song in the sense of like he's like, oh, so you got problems? What makes you so different than everyone else here?
Yeah.
Like we all have shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like the way that Husk deals with his shit. Yes, he is a drinker. But I mean, he is not out hurting people or hurting himself another way where he sees Angel going through a destructive spiral and he's like, hey, like, I know you've gone through shit. I've been through shit too. But we just have to roll with the punches and not, let it completely drag us down.
I love their chemistry. A lot of people are okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people are shipping them. Do you ship them?
Nope.
You don't?
I see them a completely platonic friendship. I don't ship them in any way romantically. I don't think Husk was very firm on. Yeah, I think Husk was very firm. Is like, hey, I don't like your sexual advantage. I don't like your sexual innuendos. You're crossing my boundaries. And I think he was very blunt in that, in the sense of like even like in the show and then in the song. And I think they understand each other now that Angel doesn't have to cross those boundaries now. I don't ship them, though. I see a completely platonic friendship.
Me too.
I will say this. I ship them solely because I know for a fact that Husk has said several times to Angel that he's seen through all the fake bullshit, which is him, doing all the sexual stuff, because that's not really who he is.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that eventually we will see that they get together or something, because now they're both real with each other. They're both true to each other. So I think that eventually something will.
You think it's like one of those like romantic storylines?
Yeah, like it'll be a slow burn. I think it'll start off with them just being friends and respecting. I think something's going to happen later that is going to end up having them be together.
Or Angel catches feelings and doesn't want to say anything to Husk because he doesn't want to get rejected or doesn't know how he's going to feel.
Or he respects Husk enough, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe season 2. Season 2. There's a lot of shit that season 2 is going to be happening.
We want it to come out already.
We know it's going to be. We know that the time it's going to take to come out is going to be a lot shorter, though, than this last one.
Good.
I think it might be. If it doesn't come out next year, it'll probably be 2 years.
That's still way too fucking long, man.
It is. But
what is your favorite line from Loser Baby?
Hold on, I'm scrolling. I want to say. I know what mine is. I don't know on the top of my head. There's just hold on. I'm still going through it. If you want to go through Cole, you can.
Mine is the first chorus of "You're a loser, baby, a loser, goddamn baby. You're a fucked up little whiny bitch." That one's funny. And then the other one is "You're a power bottom at rock bottom."
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Mine is coked up dick sucking hoe.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
know. Baby, that's fine by me.
Which I always get it like. It took me a while to get it like that line correct because I always thought like coked up was a different word.
Doped up or something?
I don't even remember what I thought it was. But I also like the part where the guys come out and he goes, "They're fucking singing."
Yeah.
That was funny. There they are. They're fucking singing.
I guess for mine, it's I got an appetite for sampling every drug and sex toy I can find. And then he goes on to say, I got no holes left to deflower. I'm just
Okay.
like,
I do like that part.
Yeah.
Just the melody to it. I just love all of it.
Yes. Okay. Hell's Greatest Dad.
This song is tied with first for me.
Yeah.
I fucking love Lucifer, and Jeremy Jordan's voice is so good. Plus, I love the beef between him and Alastor over Charlie
Yes.
through the whole song.
Yes. Bella has this set as Brandon's ringtone on her phone.
This song's so good. I love how Lucifer's like, who needs a busboy now that you got the chef?
Yeah.
Check
out Daddy's glowing reviews on Yelp.
Yeah. 5-star flawless, greater than great.
I told Cole that I would fuck him.
Lucifer?
Fuck me. What do you mean?
Oh my god.
I love the reference in the song of him with the fiddle.
Oh.
Yes.
I just got that reference.
From Devil Went Down to Georgia.
I watched it probably 18 times and I just got that reference by someone else telling me it.
That little instrument battle from violin to piano to just random accordion.
I like it.
I also like the part in the song later when he said there's no substitute for pure angelic power, and how he's like,
who just happens to also be your blood.
Yes.
I resonate with Alastor's response of that of sadly there are times a birth parent is a dud.
I felt that in my soul.
We all felt that in our souls.
Yeah. And Alastor in the fucking nun outfit with the upside down cross. Who's been faithful as a nun?
Every time that part comes, I always go, none.
Okay. More than anything.
This is the other song that's tied. Because this song has made me cry.
I will say today. It is not on my top 5.
And I respect how wrong you are.
Respect the list.
This ain't Watcher. This ain't top 5 beatdown.
No, I really like this song, but it made me be like, wow, I wish I had a dad.
Same. Hashtag
dadless.
Birth parent dud.
Dadless.
Yeah. Hashtag dadless. Hashtag dead dad.
And we also get a little bit of backstory in regards to like Charlie's childhood with that song and how like I'm still trying to figure out like was Lilith purposefully keeping them separate, or was it like maybe because it was her bed, like technically Charlie's bedtime? Like I don't know. There's so many things we don't know about Lilith that it's hard to pinpoint with that song. But God, I love that song. I love the moment when at the beginning where he's like, in the end, I won't lose it all again. You're the only one worth fighting for. And he sees the spears kind of closing in on Charlie and his eyes widen with like horror and he pulls her away. Oh my God, that gets me every time.
Yeah.
It's so, because like she's the only thing he has left right now, and
except his ducks.
Well, those are his depression copings.
Yeah. This is his child. Like there's definitely like a bond between a parent and a child that like I totally feel in this song, but then it makes me sad and be like, I never had this.
Yeah, same. But it's because he wants to be there for her so bad, but the problem is like he doesn't know how.
Yeah.
And he's wanting to help her as best as he can, and I fucking love that song. Their harmonizing is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Look like you have something to say, Erica.
I'm just waiting for the next song.
Over the next song? Okay.
Don't tell me, I'm trying to think.
Don't look down here then.
I'm not looking. So after that, Welcome to Heaven.
Oh!
Okay, yeah, we can go right to that one.
I know exactly why she loves this song.
So
okay,
this
explain it.
This is Welcome to Heaven is part of my top 5. Solely for the fact that when they were recording this song, they had to do multiple takes. I want to find out the number of takes, but I know it was a lot of takes because they were trying not to have the voice actor
Of St. Peter.
sound horny when he was saying the O's.
Yeah.
Like welcome to heaven. Oh,
Derek Chris was sounding too horny, and so they kept trying to make it less horny.
It's a minute of just pure
bliss.
And I'm sorry. That is a gay man. That is a gay man. If I didn't know it, like, you know what I mean? Like, going into it, that's like the whole beef I have with like the whole heaven hell thing, because later in one of the songs, like, Lute is like hating on Angel because he's gay and he does gay porn. But at the same time, it was like, you cannot tell me that Angel is not gay.
Yeah.
I don't think Lute roasts Angel for being gay. She roasts Vaggie for being gay and because of her being with Charlie.
I think the part she's talking about is like when Lute says that you got like
he blew shots like the cocks in his mouth.
Yeah,
I know what part she's talking about.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's just a roast on just his porn graphic in general, not just him being gay. Because we know that she absolutely despises Vaggie and Charlie's relationship because she doesn't see it as holy because, 1, angel demon, 2, gay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she could also just have a vengeance against Vaggie.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, she cut her eye out immediately. Like,
and ripped her wings out.
There was nothing, no discussion. She's like, this is my opportunity. I'm taking it. Goodbye. And so I feel like there was some beef beforehand.
But back to Welcome to Heaven. I do love the back and forth between St. Peter and
Emily.
Yes. But then I also love how, like, in it too, Sarah had to like put her 2 cents in on bits of the song. Like, of course, like you're here, but it's only temporary. So like,
you're gonna go back down.
Yeah, you're gonna go back down. Like don't get too used to this. I was like, fuck you, Sarah. Fuck you for ruining this moment.
Yeah.
I will say this, and I know it's not on part of any song. Emily's squeak at the end is precious.
Oh.
When Penthouse gets to heaven, she's just like,
yeah,
like a little squeak. Precious.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say about Welcome to Heaven?
Short, sweet, and horny to the point.
There you go. You didn't
tell me otherwise.
This has to be one of my, again, on my top 5. This solidified all of my religious trauma in this song so much. I was like, oh my god, yes, I felt this the entire time when I was in church, and like now, like, it puts words to my thoughts.
So I'm glad we're actually talking about this, because Kat sent me a TikTok about the if hell is forever then heaven must be a lie bit. Kind of like a breakdown of basically this person is explaining this like to like Christians and like Catholics and stuff. Give me a second. I have to figure out when it gets to the actual fucking verses. Okay. So, if hell is forever, then heaven must be a lie, and you know it. If religious people in power can weaponize God to actively hurt and remain in power, I'm actively playing the video as I'm trying to read this, so bear with me. You can't claim moral authority when you actively hurt people, but because you have God on your side, you can morally ostracize people until there are harmful ramifications. And I'm like,
That was a lot of words.
yeah. And I'm like, yeah. There are two moments there are two parts in You Didn't Know that I really like song wise. That one, and then when Lute chimes in because of the tone shift and just her voice is also Jessica Vosk has a great voice. I love both of those moments because one of them's incredible and it says "fuck you, heaven," and then the other one's just a banger because of just how like out of place, but also makes sense with the beat that part is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like when Emily and Charlie sing together.
Yes, they harmonize
What the
so
fuck
well.
I've been saying.
Yes. That part, Bella actually, because again, Bella's obsessed with it too. She has that part as my ringtone on her phone. I was like, yes, all my religious trauma completely, because that's how I feel completely. Like I felt like as soon as I heard this song, I was like, "Ooh!" It like put a spark back in me. It was like, "Oh my god!" Like yes, I love it, and I'm giving it like
And
all
then,
the vibes, man.
And then Adam drops the angel bomb on Charlie at the end there.
Yep.
And
And
traumatizes
that
Charlie for an episode.
fucking wrecked me. Like just having like the peer, like I understand where Charlie's coming from, like going from like I thought I knew this person to like what the hell? Why did they not feel like they could have told me this? Kind of
Well,
thing.
also not to mention that she was also one of the people who was killing the demons.
Exactly.
So not only was she an angel, she was an angel exterminist. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that song slaps. I mean, like I said, this whole soundtrack's incredible.
Yes.
Before we go
It's so
into
hard
the
for me.
theories and
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Before we go into theories and after we go at like after we're done with the songs, I would like to have everyone say their top 5. So
Okay.
just think that in the background.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to come up with a little mini list here as I think.
Next
for
song.
Love.
Out for Love. I dig this song. I dig the song because I think I dig the song. I feel like again, I'm super bad with names. Who's the one girl again?
Carmine.
Yep, Carmine.
Camilla. I love her song. I love the way she sings the song because it works better. The flow is better. You know, she's actually singing and not just talking, and I think that's why I like it. And I love like her and Vaggie's like dance battle type thing going on. I really liked that. I find myself coming back to this song because I love her voice in this song. You know, and talking about like it's more than just fighting. Like you're fighting for who you love. Like put your heart into it. You know, there's more. It's more than just a fight. I can see you're really pissed off, but like put your heart into it because that's what's gonna save you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that's her best song out of the 3 that she's in.
Her voice and her I don't
rhythm.
How do I say it without sounding?
Oh, don't say it.
Okay. The tone with her voice as well as the music fits very well. If that makes like.
What were you gonna say?
I was trying not to sound racist because she's supposed to be like a Hispanic character.
I see
Carmela
it.
Carmine is supposed to be like a Hispanic character, and the music in the background is more like salsa vibes.
Yes.
Okay, so
and like it fits very well for the voice and for the character.
Yes, and but I feel like also it's more of a dance too, so it can be interpreted as like a salsa because they are dance fighting. You know, like like I see what you're putting down. I see what you're putting down. Did you have anything else?
And then we see her get her wings again.
Yeah.
Which that was a jaw dropper.
Yeah.
Was she hiding her wings, or did she lose her wings? I don't remember her wings.
She had her wings
off.
ripped off her,
Yeah,
so they must have regrown.
Okay. So wings can grow back, but not necessarily eyes or limbs.
Well, I think the issue. So I think the issue that happened was Vaggie had her eye slashed out by a angelic weapon, but had her wings ripped off by loot.
Okay.
Not an angelic weapon.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Any more about the song?
Probably Carmilla's best song.
Yeah.
Slaps.
Yeah. Ready for this.
I love this song. I love this little like rise of the troops kind of song of all these cannibals.
Yes.
Also, Rosie.
I love Rosie.
Rosie's the aunt everybody needs.
Yes.
I've told this to Erica several times. Erica. Rosie is the aunt that everybody needs and everybody deserves.
I will say, I also feel like, yes, I feel people rised up for Charlie, like all the cannibals did. But let's be honest. It was Alastor.
Yeah.
Alastor, because when he's like, you get to eat the angels, they're like, fuck yeah, I want to eat angels.
Feast on angels you can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to taste an angel's wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what got them. Like, don't get me wrong. Like everyone's like, yeah, I see you, Charlie. But then once they said something about eating angels, they're like, all right, I'm on board. Sign me up. Like, let's go. Let's do this.
At first, when I very first watched it, I was like, okay, it's okay. But then after listening to it multiple times, I'm like, okay, I'm getting into it.
No, I love this song. There are two moments in this song that I like a lot. And I blanked on the first one. I'm playing the song through my head. Hold on. Oh, it's when Charlie and Rosie are singing to each other of like, that's a little violent. Can we tone it down? Don't be thrown off by their snarling. That's enthusiasm, darling.
Yeah.
Don't worry, honey. That's their thing. Keep singing. That was great. And then Alastor and Rosie singing together. That was also great. Because those two were just derpy best friends. Just the way they were dancing and singing with each other. They were just derp. They were Uncle Aunt vibes.
Yes. Yes.
They were like supportive parent vibes.
I also really love the part in the song where like one of the I can't remember the name of the cannibal, where she's like answering Charlie. She's like, have
Susan?
you ever wanted something so clear in your mind that you could taste it? You mean like human flesh? Yeah.
Yeah, Susan. Oh yeah. Boo! Boo! Susan.
Yeah.
Susan. You old bitch.
They missed that part. They should have totally did Karen, because Karen, I think, would have worked there really, really well too, and not just Susan. But I mean, I get it.
Susan's a ornery old bitch. Yes, that.
Yeah.
I love Alastor's sassiness that he slowly started developing throughout the show.
Mm-hmm. His quick quips.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I love this song. I honestly do kind of get choked up a bit towards the end of the song when like everybody is singing all together, because it's like she finally has the army that she's been fighting for and she's been trying so hard for, and it's like growth, baby girl, growth.
Yes. Do we have anything else to say about the song? No. Okay.
Tasty.
What?
I said it's tasty.
It's tasty.
Get the fuck out of here.
More than anything, reprise. I really like this part. I think because it doesn't make me feel like, oh my god, I don't have a father. It's more of like a love, like between her and Vaggie, like coming together and realize, like, you know, like we went through some shit, but I just want you to know, like, I love you.
It's a love ballad for sure.
Yes. And not just like a father-daughter. This is like, I love you kind of thing. I think don't get me wrong, I love the other one, but I feel like This one doesn't like break my heart.
No, I get it. This is a good short song about love.
Yes.
And it's, excuse me, it's beautiful. Sorry.
But yeah, and it's super short and sweet because the song's not very long at all.
It's a minute.
Yeah.
All right. And the last one, finale. They're rebuilding the hotel.
There are two moments that I like the most about the song, and one moment that satisfies the other nerd half of my person.
What?
So the two parts I love about the song are the V's singing. That was great because it's just funny and it's derpy, and it just also kind of shows that Vox and Val are kind of a thing. And then the other one that I enjoyed is Alastor's reprise. Because, he's cooking for season 2.
Yeah.
He is stirring the pot. He is ready. He's like, I made a mistake of getting too close and almost died for it. Not happening. I need to focus on my goal. I need to focus on why I'm truly here.
Do you think it...
Oh, my God.
That was weird. Okay, we're good, though.
Okay.
Do you think that, though, it's because... Like, do you think he's angry at himself for, like, creating those friendships? Or do you think he's angry at himself for, like, almost losing to Adam? Like that... I took it more as like he was angry at himself because he thought like I could beat Adam, and then but yet he proved that he wasn't as strong as he thought he was. That's the way that I interpreted it.
Same.
So the reason I agree and disagree. I think it's because Adam beat him, but I think it's also because of the one line where he says, great Alastor altruist died for his friends. Sorry to disappoint. That is not where this ends. Mm-hmm. He doesn't really think of very many people as friends, and he thinks a lot of people more as tools versus allies.
Yeah.
So I think, and it also plays into the night before the fight where he's talking with Niffty about saying like, one could be, used to this kind of, the group and, the energy here kind of thing. And I think that I think in his mind, he thinks that he got too swept up in trying to be about playing, but by playing nice, that he wasn't fully focused on the task at hand. And because he almost died for basically trying to protect a hotel and these people that he thought he cared about, it almost killed him. And he's like, I can't be doing that again. Like, I need to focus on what I'm here to do if I'm going to get out of this deal.
I feel that way too, especially with the part where he's like, I'm hungry for freedom. So like, obviously at this point, I feel like he's like, I do not want to be chained anymore. Like, I want to fulfill my deal to get out of this or whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
And
if the strength of my deal surely have a back door.
Yeah. And so like it shows also too that maybe this deal he made, he's definitely not as strong as he probably once was. At one point he probably thought like I could have took Adam out like that. And the fact that Adam, was able to win in that battle really fucked his head because he's like, I'm not like this me. I'm strong, I'm powerful. No one kicks my ass. You know what I mean?
I do think he was also thrown off by the bright light from Adam's axe, because I saw a post a while back, I think it was early today actually, of what if the reason Alastor didn't dodge was because of the bright light from the swing. Hold on. So during the swinging of the axe, Alastor, obviously just stood there, and a lot of people think it's because of like a deer in the headlights, because he's basically like a deer demon. So I think that probably also threw him off on the fight. But I
I can honestly say that's the only part of the song I like. I don't really care when they're talking about building the hotel again. It's still a good song, but it's not like, oh, one of my favorite. Like it's only Alastor's part that I'm like, yes, I'm vibing. I dig this part. I wish it was like its own separate song because of that, and not like in the middle of the other one.
I like Alastor's part.
Yeah,
and I like the V's part solely because of the tone change.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But the other thing that was
like
poking
rebuilding, I don't like it.
the other part that was kind of poking at the other nerd part of me was the literal keyblade that Lucifer was wielding throughout rebuilding everything. Big Kingdom Hearts reference.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah. Kiki turns into the giant key.
Oh.
And a lot of people on Facebook and stuff, like, who know Kingdom Hearts, they're like, oh, Keyblade, like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, that's a straight up Keyblade. I dig it. I respect it. It's funny as hell.
Right.
But yeah.
Oh, okay, Erica, what are your top 5?
Okay. Say, I'll go from 5 to 1. Welcome to Heaven.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
That's number 5?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought that would be much higher in your list.
No.
How often you talk about it.
Hell's Greatest Dad. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna flip those two.
Okay.
So Hell's Greatest Dad, and then
Welcome to Heaven.
Welcome to Heaven.
Okay.
How many do I have left?
Well, you've named 2 and 5.
Wait. No, that's not what I wanted.
Do you want me to go first?
Wait, I got it. Get it.
You sure?
You didn't know.
Okay.
For number 5.
Okay.
Welcome to Heaven.
Okay.
Loser Baby.
Okay. So what's number 2?
Hell is Forever.
And number 1?
Poison.
Okay.
Cole, go ahead.
You wrote yours down over there?
Yeah. I kind of forgot about Hell is Forever for half a second.
Oh, it's not on your top 5?
I think that song is probably number 6. Number 5 is Ready for This. I love that song. Especially the dancing along, they're singing her song.
Excuse me.
Number 4 is Loser Baby. Great song. Number 3 is Stayed Gone. Obvious reasons. Number 2 is More Than Anything. And then number 1 is World's Greatest Dad.
Solid
list. Can't tell there's a trend with at least 3 of these songs having Alastor in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess for mine, number 5 would be Out for Love.
Okay.
Then it would be You Didn't Know.
Okay.
More Than Anything.
Okay.
Loser Baby, and then Poison.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got it. That's nice.
Yeah. Solid list.
Poison and Hell is Forever are tied for 6th on my list. They're both just such good songs.
What is the other song that they released after the fact that Angel sings?
Addicted?
Yes, I do like that one too. Addict. So, I do like that one too, and I wish that they would have included that in the show. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't include that one. I see why they didn't, but...
Yeah, I mean, the reason they didn't was, 1, it was a song that came out way before the show was even a thing.
It was with the old voice actor.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and it was still with Michael Kovac. That's why the original, the voice actor for the pilot.
Okay, makes sense.
And technically, that song wasn't even like canon, really. Like, it wasn't supposed to be originally. It's supposed to be just a song, and then Vivzie, who is friends with the guy who did the music, Paranoid DJ. They're friends, and so she wanted to like basically request this to be like Hazbin Hotel styled, and so they worked together to create, Addict to be more of that like story with AngelDust and how good. The other thing I wanted to say though was Addict is basically the love story song of Angel.
Yeah.
Because of the line that CherriBomb sings of, yeah, you fell in love, but you fell deeper in the pit.
Talking about Val.
Talking about Angel falling in love with Val, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Poison is the aftermath of like, I fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I know I spoke about my theories last episode. I don't really have anything new to share. What were your guys' theories?
Where to begin?
I know, like the wheels are just turning. I can see it on Cole. Like the wheels are turning. He's like, oh, like I know. I got all this.
I'm gonna lay down because this is gonna be.
So, I've heard several theories.
Okay.
I'm going to just spitball a couple of the theories I've heard and go from there.
Do the eye one.
You debunked it though.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do that. The first theory is that Alastor is an archangel.
Okay.
The second theory is, Niffty being an overlord.
Okay.
And that one I think might be more confirmed than we realize, but I'm not sure. And then the third theory being Alastor's deal isn't with Lilith. And I think we briefly talked about that one last time, and it's with Rue, aka the root of all evil, aka Eve.
Yeah.
There was another theory that that theory got quickly debunked, but there was the theory that Eve was actually Lilith.
Or Loot.
No, Lilith. So there was a theory that Eve was actually Lilith in the flashback with with Charlie as a kid, because we never see her face.
Okay.
And we obviously know what Lilith's face looks like based on all the pictures in Lucifer's room. But then the one time that we don't see her face
is the one time that we should
is the one time we see her, but not her face. But that one quickly got debunked because the last episode literally said her name. The theory with Niffty being an overlord is still up in the air, but we know that from the pilot episode when when Vaggie's giving the backstory on Alastor of rivaling all the top overlords, and you see all the other different overlords. There's a silhouette of Husk in one of them,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you pause it just at the right second, and you look down towards the bottom area, bottom right of Alastor's kind of waistline, you can see an outline of Niffty.
Okay.
So there's that theory. And then the other theory about Alastor being an archangel is interesting but flawed. The theory goes that he was the Archangel Michael, and he decided that he wanted to just go down to Earth and just live down in Earth, and then something happened that changed him into becoming a serial killer, and then this is where we are. Hence the line, once I figure out how to unclip my wings.
Yep. That makes sense.
But
I can see that.
Yeah, but I'm like, but that doesn't fit, because why would an archangel have the need to go down to Earth and live a human Earth life? You know what I mean?
I mean,
the only other way it would make sense is if he got kicked out of heaven.
Right? Unless, like, he wanted to experience actual free will, because technically, if we're speaking biblically, angels do not have free will.
That is
Humans
true.
are the only thing that have free will.
Yeah.
So, like, angels don't. So, unless, like, yes, he got kicked out of heaven, or, like, he decided, like, being an angel isn't me, somehow he figured out a loophole and became, like, a human, and then that, like, I can see that completely plausible.
Yeah. And then the one about Alastor's deal with Rue, aka Eve.
Yeah.
That one ties in more with, like, the fact that the shadow is like Alastor's shadow is almost its own kind of being.
Right. Yes. I can see that.
Because of the fact that we see the shadow frown after Alastor got cut before he disappears from Adam. But the only other flaw that I can think of with that is the fact that the shadow seems to be more of like what Alastor's internal feelings are kind of shown through the shadow, because of the fact of Alastor always smiling, and we don't know if it's because it's like a forced smile based on the strings that we saw basically holding his smile up when he made the deal with Charlie, or if it's because of how his mom raised him, where you're never fully dressed without a smile.
Yeah.
What about the deer theory?
About Alastor being a deer?
No, how he got shot.
That's not a theory. That's just
canonic. Like, yeah. It explains it in the wiki, because he got shot because of the whole,
burying humans under deer and then being mistaken as a deer by a hunter while he was out burying a body. He got killed. Hence the X over his forehead, because that was where he got shot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, here's my way of thinking, too. And I could be completely wrong. Do you fully think that Charlie does not have any other siblings? That Charlie's an only child?
Yes.
You think she is an only child? Or do you think that she does have other siblings?
I think she is an only child.
Okay. See, the only reason I bring that up is because I want to know why Lilith and Lucifer have what happened to make their relationship strained, because we can see in other things that they were a happy family at one point.
So I think I know the answer.
Was there cheating allegations? Like, you know what I mean? Or because then at one point too, Lucifer even talks about when he's fighting with Adam that he did also get with Eve.
Well, no, I don't. I think that it
could have just been like an easy punchline, but at the same time, like, it is still plausible. Like, we don't actually know.
I don't think that's the case. I think the line about, like, your first wife didn't seem my way I had, neither the second. The first one is because of their dream that they had together. Lilith and Lucifer shared the same dream of giving free will to humanity. The second one is just a riff because if it wasn't for Lucifer, Eve never would have bitten the apple. Yeah. That would have brought evil into the world. So him saying like, oh, your second wife didn't hate what I had to offer is a riff because of the fact of he gave her the apple of knowledge.
Yeah, that makes sense too. But yeah, it was just something I was thinking about, because then also like the same thing. I know we've already kind of discussed how like Seraphim are different too, but God, Emily and Charlie are just so much alike. Like their
voices are so similar.
They're similar, but then they like look similar, but then at the same time, like they're polar opposite. Charlie is from hell, and then Emily is from heaven, and she's a seraphim, but that's because she's a higher angel that could only spawn from another higher angel.
So I don't think that's true.
And I'm just like spitting ideas. So
their theories, Cole.
Fair. I'll start with that. I'll start with the answer to that one and kind of a theory on that end first before I go circle back around to Lilith and Lucifer's relationship.
Okay.
So in episode 6, in episode 6, we know that the only way that the seraphim know when a soul reaches heaven is if they pass the gates of judgment. That's the only way they know that somebody's gone to heaven. SirPentious immediately showed up in the seraph's room.
Right, yeah.
So, and based on his design,
he looks like a seraphim.
He looks like a seraphim, meaning that he probably ascended to seraphim based off of his sacrifice. And how he, opened up his feelings of rather than this was the theory that Kat sent me on TikTok, was that in the pride ring, the opposite of pride is what the fuck was the word? It was humility.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and Pentious basically dropped his pride and was open about his feelings towards Cherry before making the ultimate sacrifice of, trying to protect his friends. And so I think that was what caused him to become a seraphim, was he, did all this, he hit all the checkpoints.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if seraphims can be born from other seraphims or if they're just stronger angels based on X, Y, and Z requirements.
What would you consider Charlie then, though? Because she is born of an angel.
She's a hellborn.
Right. So, do they have angel born?
I think those are the seraphims, because we know that Adam was the first human to ever be an angel.
That just negated what you said, though.
Yeah, but then that negates what you just said, though, too, about Emily potentially being a daughter of another angel.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. See, that's the reason that that's why
Emily might be the daughter of Sarah.
Because they say they're sisters.
Yeah, they say they're sisters.
Yeah, they're sisters.
Because in this, you didn't know. She goes, "I'm older."
Oh, I thought since I'm older.
Yeah.
It's my illusion. Yeah. I don't know how the seraphims are born. I don't know how that works.
I guess we just
do
really
know for sure that Charlie is a hellborn, because Lucifer was a fallen angel, so he's technically not an angel anymore, but she was born in hell.
Hell, yes. So that comes to be that there's got to be angel born then too, and then what are their roles exactly within heaven?
Unless they're the archangels.
Very much true. And then also, I realize this too. They never actually talk about a god. Did you notice that? They don't bring God. Yeah, they don't bring God into it at all.
I was just about to say, you guys weren't even talking about the most important theory.
Is there a God? Is God still?
God is a horse.
God is a horse? What?
I know what you're talking about. You explain it.
No, I don't want to, guys. That's all I got. I don't remember anything else. I just know that there's a theory out there. Oh my god, my voice. That there's a theory out there that God's a horse.
I don't.
Because of
I don't remember the specifics. I'd have to look it up again. It was such a funny theory, but also kind of made sense. Oh, no, it was because of it was in episode 6. It was when Adam revealed that Vaggie was an angel. If you look in the background of what Charlie has, you see that there's a unicorn as one of the holy beings or whatever. And so the theory goes that because of that, literally, God is a horse.
Mm-hmm. Would he be a horse or would it be a unicorn?
I think it's a horse. I have to double check if the horn is actually there or if it's something different.
What's the half and half?
That's a I know what you're talking about.
Half horse,
half human.
Half human. What is that?
Centaur?
Centaur. That's what it is. Yeah, it literally.
What if
Oh my god.
he's a centaur with wings? Do centaurs have wings?
No.
Okay, well this one does.
Well, the other thing is the riff on the other thing about the theory of God being a horse is between that and Lucifer turning into a horse to kick Adam is kind of like a tease on like you're getting kicked by God.
See, but I saw that as like him just getting like because he transferred into a snake, he transferred into like some kind of flying thing, like he transferred into just a bunch of different animals. Yeah. So I just saw him as like transitioning, not necessarily like into particular beings for a reason.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a quick circle back around then to the Lilith Lucifer theory. I don't think anything happened in their relationship. I think that they still love each other very much because we know that Lucifer still has his wedding ring on. And I think what happened was Lilith is in heaven because of a deal made with Adam in order to keep the family safe. I don't think that she's really there by choice. I think it's more of a if she doesn't stay there to stop the to stop the uprising, then they will go and kill everybody. But by keeping Lilith there, the deal's like I'll stay here and I won't, start your uprising that you think is going to happen, but you cannot kill my daughter and my husband.
Her family.
You cannot kill my family. Because we know that at the end of the show, when Luke sees Lilith, she says that your deal with Adam is done because he's dead, so I'm in charge now. So you need to go down there and make your daughter shut up, or I will go down there and do it myself. Which would be then because Adam is now dead, the contract's null and void because the other party is not there anymore. Yeah. So now it's a matter of Lilith which is why we probably saw her at the end of season 1, is she now can go back down to hell if she wants to. It's just a matter of if she goes back down, is she going to go down to try and team up with Charlie and Lucifer, or is she going to still try and prevent them from doing the stuff because she knows what heaven's been capable of for the last 7 years?
Right. Okay, so then you're putting it more as like that she is not a villain in the story. You're taking it as and I still see her as a villain.
She might have a deal with Alastor to some degree, yeah, and she might have done something wrong, but I do think that there's more to Lilith than what we're being told, and I think they're purposefully setting her up to look like a villain, when in reality, she's probably just as equally a hostage.
See, I take it as that. So I feel that her and Lucifer's relationship is strained because I think she wants more control. And Lucifer's like, nope, hell is fine where it's at. We're not going to do an uprising. Like, we're just going to, live how it is. I feel Lilith wants more power and she wants hell to be more of like a thriving power against hell. And I think that's why somehow she made a deal with someone. And again, I don't know. I think she made some kind of deal with Alastor that, to put things in motion, because now since there was a battle and it proves to everyone that angels can die, that maybe they can escape and break into heaven and she can have more control. I think she initially wants to get rid of Lucifer because Lucifer won't let her grow more than what she is, if that makes sense. Because it would explain why she kept Charlie away from Lucifer.
But we know at the beginning of the show, though, that Lucifer gave up on his dream because of what the angels did by throwing him into hell. But Lilith kept thriving and kept trying to bring, harmony to hell. And because of that, the angels then started the extermination. So we know literally because of Lilith, the exterminations happened. And I think that by Lilith making the deal with Adam to stay up in heaven and be like, I'll stop trying to do all this stuff or whatever. I'll stop creating this quote unquote uprising, but you cannot kill my family. And I think that's why, oh man, my train of thought was there and now it's slowly vanishing. I don't know. I lost it. I had it and it was gone. All I'm saying, ultimately, I still don't think. I think there's still more to Lilith than meets the eye. I don't think she's the villain. I think that she did what she had to protect her family.
I can see that too. There's just so many unknown answers that I have a feeling that not even half the things we want answered is going to get answered in season 2. I feel they're going to drag it on, and they're not going to give us a simple answer next season.
I know for a fact that we're going to get some answers in season 2. So Viv did a interview recently, not recently, a while back. Season 2 is going to give us some answers, but season 3 is where everything's going to start picking up,
unrolling.
Shit's going to get insane in season 3. Season 2 is going to be the setup for 3 / getting some answers, and then season 3 is going to be probably a big lore bomb.
Excuse you.
Makes sense.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think these are all great theories. Erica, did you have anything to add or anything that you think before we close this episode out?
I think God's a horse.
A horse or a whore? Because I think it's a little bit of both.
I was like, why not both?
Why not both?
With wings? Oh, centaur. With wings. That's my final answer, Steve.
Alrighty. Well, we would love to hear about your theories and anything you have. So please put them in the comments below. On Spotify, we even have stuff for voice recordings as well. So if you have any thoughts that you want to voice record, please let us know. And maybe we'll do a quick pop-up about your views later on, or maybe we'll save it for next season so we can kind of compare. That would be cool too. But and then
let
also
us know if you want us to go over HelluvaBoss.
Yeah, let us know, because I would totally be willing to do that too, because both good. And honestly, it digs at religious trauma too, and I think that's one other reason why I dig this so much, because I have so much religious trauma, but we haven't really dived into a lot of that, so they think this is just a nice skirting of it before we can deep dive. And also goes off our fucking daddy issues, because we all got daddy issues.
Take that, depression.
Yeah.
Alrighty. But as always, please reach out to us with your trauma, or if there's anything you would like to share with us. Our email is sorryfortraumadumping@gmail.com. It's really long, but
hopefully you don't forget it.
Yeah. And remember to like and share us and on all the things. Share us with your friends. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, and YouTube. So please follow us and share us with your friends. And like our stuff, comment, all that jazz.
Yeah. And thank you for joining us again today.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Cole.
Crimson.
Yes.
Find me at the Weekly Weeps podcast.
Yes. I was going to say, put a shout out to your stuff too.
Yeah, you find us on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcast, excuse me. Weekly Weeps podcast. We are a anime-based podcast talking about all sorts of anime nerd shit. We do assignments, ratings, and random topics. So if you're an anime fan, come check us out.
Yeah.
Raunchy.
It's raunchy.
Well, Wiki's there, so what do you expect?
Alrighty, so that'll wrap up this episode. Thank you so much, guys. Bye, girl.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.